Today we've been joined by two very special guests, none other than Riley Fisher and Chelsea Hutchinson, both from the Peel Thunder Waffles W side. So, girls, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. So this is the first time I've ever done a multi-person interview. I've had plenty in the works, some not happen, but you're the first. So that's some achievement, I guess.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Riley, tell us about yourself. What got you into footy and what type of player you are?
I started playing footy in year 4 because I used to be quite tall for my age, and I was just kicking the footy with some mates, and they told me to come down and join the local team. So I was playing for the year 3 to 4 boys for my local footy club, and I was the ruckman, and I didn't really know much about footy, but I really enjoyed it. And then I just played a few years of juniors with the boys, and then joined in the girls comp and made my way into the waffle slowly but surely. So yeah.
That's good. Chelsea. Sorry, go on. Sorry, Riley, go on.
The kind of player that I am is probably an inside mid who gets in and gets the ball and handballs it out to people who are a bit fancier with the footy. I would just say just get in there and get it done and give it to people who know what they're doing a bit better than me, probably.
Chelsea, what position you play and what got you into footy?
So I play forward at the moment. But I played back my whole life. I started footy when I started in Auskick. So I was the little girl with all the boys. So I played since I was really young, but I was pulled out. My mum pulled me out, put me in netball, obviously, because footy's not a girl's sport. But I came back in year 5 and I've been playing it ever since. So, yeah.
Good. So, Riley, obviously, some individual achievements that you've had while playing footy. You captained the state under 15 side and been a part of some country league grand finals, been on both sides of the thing for it. How was it captaining the state side under 15 level?
When I found out that I was captain, I was actually really shocked, and I was so grateful because there was such a strong group of girls in, you've interviewed Holly and Georgia, they were in the team with me. So I was really grateful for the opportunity, and I think I learned a lot, and I enjoy that kind of leadership role of bringing people together because I love to make heaps of friends and everything like that. So it was a really fun experience, but I also think I learned a lot of out of being a leader in a team like that when you're playing with such talented people.
Sure. Obviously you were in that side obviously from then until last year. So who are some players you kind of, got some experience from and got you to the level that you're at now and hoping to progress later on in the year? Who's helped you along that way in that time?
I would say some of the players that I idolize or look at is probably Zippy Fish, who plays for East Freo. She's just so quick and she's so skillful with her ball handling and everything, and that's something that I definitely want to work on. And then also Georgia Haynes, because we kind of play a similar position and we've got a similar build, and she's just got that speed and she's really good overhead, which is one of my weaknesses, so something I want to work on as well. But they're just both really talented, but they still work really hard, and definitely something that I want to kind of copy off them.
Sure. So Chelsea, obviously, some individual words. I mean, some people like to take the mickey out of this award, but sometimes it's more important than people actually give it credit for. Being the coach for Peel recently, obviously a bit different of an award, but it's good to see you getting appreciated by the people that really matter the most. Their opinions, at least.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. Like some people take the mickey out of it, but I think it's really just an award to say you can do it, and next year is going to be a year kind of thing. You just keep sticking with it and keep trying your best, and you will get there. So that was really good.
Sure. Obviously, you haven't had the chance to play in a grand final, but best player in the final series at a local level must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Doesn't matter what level it is, it's still a level that you're playing people in the same grade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, how we normally do interviews generally, as I said, the first one, a few people. So how are we going to run this? We're going to mention some questions, and you're both going to answer it. Go one at a time, of course. So the first one I'll bring up to you both is: have you both ever had the prime opportunity to meet any AFL or any AFLW players as a fan? And have you got any good memories or bad memories?
I'll go first because I've already
you
got
go
one.
first, yeah.
Mine is probably Gabby O'Sullivan because she was the coach of the state 15 side that I was in. So I spent a lot of time with her and asking her a bunch of questions and everything. And she's one of those people who just wants to share the craft and share her love of the game. So she was an awesome one to get to know really well. And she kept supporting us girls once we moved on from that program and everything. So she's probably the most influential one for me.
Yeah.
Good. Chelsea, you got one?
Yeah, I've got a few younger girls that have really been influential on me. Got Dana East, I played with her when I was a bit younger, and Charlie Wicksteed recently who got drafted. Yes, it's really good. Like I talk to them quite a lot, mostly Charlie, but yeah, it's just they've been really good to talk to about stuff like that as well. Yeah.
So obviously you're both at Peel. So do any of the Freo girls, I know Peel's got the alignment with the waffle as well. Do they generally, some of them come down to training from time to time, and whether it's just to join in or just have a bit of a chat amongst the group?
Yeah, not many at the moment. I know that Jade comes down quite a bit, Jade Britton, and also Courtney Rowley. But apart from that, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Eagles girls. Not many from Freo, I don't think.
Fair enough. How do you both handle this year? Obviously, being in your draft, you're obviously more nerve-wracking, I would assume, more compared to previous years. How do you both feel heading into this year?
Okay. I would say for me, like I know that some girls are probably feeling the pressure, but I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself because I wouldn't consider myself one of the top prospects for WA. So I kind of just need to focus on my own pathway and keep developing so I can hopefully mature as a footballer. And if my opportunity doesn't come this year, it can hopefully come in the next couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel that as well. I feel like, I mean, it is our draft year, like my draft year as well, but it's a development year still for me. I'm still developing as a player. I'm still a very young player. So for me, it's just to keep training well, and just keep improving my game.
Sure. So now, Chelsea, you obviously mentioned before too about playing as a backman forever and then moving up forward. How was that move for you? Was it an interesting move when you first got told that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to happen. I've been told by a few of the coaches that it was probably going to happen. But, it's been really good. I love the idea of being versatile. I feel it adds a bit of a good thing to your bio as a wanting to get drafted. So, and it's been really good recently. So I'm really happy with the move.
But yeah, versatility, they say these days it's key, and that's something to keep an eye on. Now, this may be a different answer for you both, maybe the same. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera at Peel or any of the teams you've ever been a part of, and why?
I haven't been at Peel for very long, so this is my first season. So I can't really say anything for that, I feel, because I'm still getting to know the girls and everything.
Fair enough, Chuck.
I think the only name that comes to mind is probably Kaitlyn Srhoj, to be honest. The little rat bag that she is. But, that's pretty much it. Not many really are as hyper as her. And,
That's fair. So Kaitlyn getting picked up by the Giants, how do you feel for her to get picked up by the Giants? It's pretty cool to see someone you knew get picked up.
Yeah, it's incredible. Me and Kaitlyn got quite close before she went away, so it was actually really exciting to see that happen and see her follow her dreams. She's been a big inspiration for me, so it's been really cool to see her go all the way. So, yeah.
Sure. What would you both say is your biggest strengths as a footballer?
Yeah, I feel like my biggest strength is probably I get a bit of white line fever. Like when I cross the line, I kind of like switch and I just go to, if you see the ball, you need to get the ball kind of thing, and I'm a bit ruthless. So I'd say just getting in and under the packs and getting the footy out. And I've also been trying to work on my explosive speed so I can get away from the packs a little bit and hopefully deliver to the forward line. So that's what I would say my strengths are.
Chelsea?
I'd say my best strength would probably be my marking, my overhead marking. I've always had that kind of like that. I've always been good in the air. So, I don't know. It's always been something that I've been really good at. Yeah.
That's good. Mark or goal of the year, which one would you girls rather do and why?
I heard this question before from one of the other girls. It is a really tricky one. It's always 50-50 for me. Being a backman and a forward, it's like obviously kicking a goal would be amazing. But I mean, the feeling you get when you're in the air, like, and having a mark of the year, I feel like that would be my pick because it's just, it's pretty amazing.
Sure, Riley.
Oh, I would love to say mark of the year, but it would never happen. So I'd have to go with goal of the year because, I don't know what it feels like to be in the air, so I can't really comment on that.
Fair enough. If just hypothetically describe, it can be as unrealistic as you want here, your best ever goal you would want to kick, what would it be? Would it be a torp, a check side, a banana on the siren, in the wet? What would it be?
Oh, I want to say like a snap from the boundary would be pretty cool.
That's what I was going to say.
Or a banana from the boundary as well, like one of those. Just something you wouldn't expect to see, like, especially in women's, like something like that really wow factor goal kind of thing.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but like you fend someone off just before you do it and then just snap it on the boot.
Absolutely. Add a bit more effort to it. Now, goal celebrations, would that be something either of you would pull out when you do kick a goal? Even if it's rare, do you pull anything out or just the nice and basic stuff?
Ooh, I've actually been practicing a few, so hopefully I can whip them out in the next few weeks when we play. But being a backman, haven't had much of a chance, so got to get it while I can, I guess.
Riley, got any?
I'm not really a goal celebration person. I like to just do a little clap and that's about it. Get some high fives from the girls. But, that's about it for me because it's pretty rare.
Nice and basic. Sometimes the best way to go about it. Which AFL, AFLW teams do you both support?
I follow a lot, but my newest addition is the Giants, obviously with Kaitlyn going there. So I'll be following them and Richmond as well from now on,
Riley?
I go for Essendon in the AFL, but in the AFLW, I feel I haven't really picked a team yet. I feel at the moment I'm still kind of supporting individuals, like I said before, Abby O'Sullivan for the Freo Dockers, and recently Ruby Marnie is picked up for Essendon. She played for the same local club as me, so obviously I already love Essendon, and the fact that she's over there now, I'll definitely be supporting them. So
Sure. Actually, I don't know if you might not know this, but I actually had Ruby on when she first moved to Melbourne from Perth, literally the day after she landed.
No way, I didn't know that.
Send you both the link later. Yeah, I won't spoil the result then, but let's just say that the ending was pretty interesting. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, cool.
And then after. But obviously she's a ripper as well. Moving to the Bombers VFL side. Most prized possessions that you both have.
I mean, it's got to be your phone.
That's
to be honest,
correct.
I know a lot of the girls have said that, but it's. I mean, what really else would it be otherwise than like a old footy that I love? Probably that as well. I do have an old footy, but apart from that,
I actually have a Southwest Footy League, like the ball we played with when we won the grand final. So that's probably a good one, like footy related, but mine would be my phone, and I just got a new car as well. Her name's Lulu, so my car Lulu.
Yeah, probably my car.
Yeah.
Good answer. And I mean, like I've always said to Georgia, which you would have heard me say with Holly as well, if you, at our ages, if you don't say your phone, you're full of it. You're lying.
Yeah.
If you're not a fanatic, you still need it to communicate.
Definitely.
No, something and just hope someone hears you or yell. But anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. So of some of the draftees, you mentioned Kaitlyn Srhoj, but this probably will be the answer. Who's some people that have been drafted that you're keen to see how they go, and maybe someone that's touted very highly this year to see how they go when eventually they get picked up?
Yeah, the only answer for me would probably be Kaitlyn Srhoj. I mean, like obviously I said before, massive role model, and I've seen her train and play so hard that I just can't wait to see what she does in AFLW. So,
Fair enough. Sorry, Rolly, go on.
Oh, you're right. I was going to say Kaitlyn as well, but for girls that you were talking about this year that I'd be excited to see is definitely Zippy and probably Georgia and Holly as well. They would be my top picks. I really hope that they go all the way because I know they've been working hard for a really long time and they definitely deserve it.
For sure. I mean, as you mentioned too, with those girls, obviously they've been highly touted as well. So obviously with Jade and Holly, obviously with the sister, you obviously would have heard that she picked herself. She didn't pick herself. Who do you feel of the two's better? Because you got a more of a neutral answer here.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, obviously Jade playing AFLW is better, but I'm obviously closer with Holly, so I'll have to say Holly. I'll go Holly. She'll love that.
Do they play the same position?
Pretty much, yeah. Both mid, yeah.
I feel like I'd have to say Jade because she has more experience under her belt.
Yeah.
But maybe if they had the same level of experience, my answer would change. But yeah.
Keeping that gap open. If they play the same amount of years, then it'd be a different story. So I like it. Keep the options open there, I guess. Now, best chatterbox at any of the clubs you've ever been a part of. Who's the chatterbox?
Oh, well, when Kaitlyn was at Peel, it was definitely Kaitlyn and Chelsea.
Yeah.
They had to start separating themselves and we were in pods because they distracted each other. So, yeah, it's Kaitlyn and Chelsea are the chattiest people I've ever met.
Yeah, I would say myself, but I would I'd say Georgia Haynes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people have said it, but yeah, definitely Georgia and Holly as well.
I mean, if that's who it is, that's who it is. That's just as simple as that.
Exactly.
And it's not a bad thing too if you're that. I can definitely. What are some pet peeves of yours? Or something that people do that annoys you?
I can't think of it.
Like footy related?
Someone just leaves rubbish around, just flat out. People are just annoying. Something that's annoying, basically.
It annoys me when you go to give someone a high five and they don't high five you back.
Oh yes, get the cold shoulder. They say the cold.
Yep.
That's
or
not good.
Playing on someone and they start like touching you in the ribs and stuff. I probably shouldn't say that because now people are going to do it to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely one for me.
Sure. Yeah, I was at the time. How would you react to the crowd hecklers? Since we're on the topic of people annoying you, crowd hecklers, do you ever acknowledge that, I suppose, or do you just block that out?
You go.
I'd say block it out, really. You don't really hear much, like, when you're out there, I guess. Yeah. So probably just block it out.
Yeah, I'm the same. I haven't really experienced much of it, so I wouldn't really know how to cope with it. But I'd say I'd just go with blocking it out. It wouldn't really affect me, I don't reckon.
Unless I'm in like a really like tough situation, like going for goal, then I'm like just hear everyone. But apart from that,
Yeah, when I used to play, I was like that. I lied. I started off being one to always give it back, especially if they knew who you were and they were, even if they were bantering, just to annoy them, or it was an opposition who just knew who you were. And it's in there, you're in the crowd, and you just give it to them. If they're right in front of you and said you're going to shank this, and then you don't, and then you kind of give it to them in that way, especially if you're up.
Yeah.
Sure. Or if you kick a great goal as well, no matter the situation. What is the favourite thing you both have about the other person right next to you?
Oh my God. It's really hard to think of something I like about Chelsea. No, probably I love how she just welcomes everyone into like any situation. Like when Chelsea's around, you know that you don't have to worry like if people are going to talk to you or not. You can just go to Chelsea and she'll have a chat with you and everything. And in a footy situation, she really gets everyone up and about. And I think she's a really great leader, whether she has the title of it or not. She just leads by example.
That's good. Chelsea, you got a tough one to follow here.
Yeah, I know. That was good. I just say just how good of a person Riley is. Like, she always has that bubbly little smile on her face and that little giggle. So that's probably the best thing about Riley. You always know you're going to get a good chat with her because she's just so bubbly and so nice. So, yeah.
Who would you say is the loudest teammate?
Oh. Like, are you talking like on the field calling for the ball?
Just in general, on the field at training, just outside of training that you just know them? Like they play footy with you, but in any scenario.
Probably McKinley.
Oh,
Yeah.
the killing bitches, yeah.
And like
yeah.
that's across the board, like on
Yeah.
the field, off the field, anywhere
Yeah.
she's the loudest. Yeah.
She'll just
Reason
say
for
what
the good,
to.
good
Yeah.
thing or bad thing?
It's a
It's a
good
good
thing.
thing, yeah.
I'm yet to see it be a bad thing yet, but it's pretty funny. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Yeah.
That's good. Out of you two, who would be the most laziest one of the two?
I'd probably say me.
I was gonna say me as well though.
It depends. Like in footy or like general.
Just in general, yep.
I feel like I'm quite an organized, scheduled person. So in that
Yeah.
in that sense, I don't think I'm lazy. I think
Yeah.
it would have to be pretty equal,
It'd
I
be
reckon.
Pretty equal, I reckon,
Yeah.
Good answer. Save your friendship. That's good. I'm going to give it another throw at the stumps, as they would say in cricket. So if we go from that to who would you say is the most annoying of the two?
Probably me.
Riley's probably
Definitely not annoying. Riley's just
I feel like
I'm
that's
just too
because I just
loud.
like when I get to training, I just switch off.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the most social person. I kind of just go into my own thing, whereas Chelsea just
Yeah.
loves to chat to everyone.
like Riley was saying before, like I'm obviously in the zone at training and stuff, but I can also be that goofy side. So when I'm around people like Kaitlyn Srhoj or other people, I do get distracted and may
Yeah.
need to separate from them at times. But I do that. I do that sometimes when I need to knuckle down. So I'd say probably me.
Fair enough. So, well, you've been separated, all right? She's got separated to a different state now. So we'll see how you go.
It's the biggest separation we've had.
Unacceptable. West it should have been Freo or West Coast. Then you wouldn't have had the split.
I know. It's all right.
It is what it is. Defenders. So defenders, do you feel like you both feel that they deserve a bit more love? Because really the midfielders, the Coleman is directed towards forwards, obviously, then the Brownlow is directed towards mids, and even these days rucks start getting votes. Do you feel defenders need their own official title of an award, like the other positions have?
I feel as a defender or used to be a defender, I feel like some teams, they don't get enough credit because obviously when you have like a really good team, they're focused on your goals and your mids who are getting it to your goals. But I mean, like us last year, having not the best time last year with games and stuff, I feel like, defenders did need a bit more recognition. But I feel like with us, they got it with Evie and Chippy. So, and with our whole votes being top 10, probably all our defenders were in the top 10 for votes. So, individual award, I'd say like probably not. But, I mean, I do get why they would need something like that. Yeah.
Riley?
I agree. I reckon maybe a bit more recognition because I think they do a lot of work that goes unrewarded. But I think if you're good enough to deserve an award, it doesn't have to be like a defender's award. If you're good enough, then you will receive an award that covers everyone.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Hot or cold weather?
Ooh, that's a good question. I love the best of both worlds. Obviously, footy's in winter, but right now it's summer, and I love going to the beach and full driving. So I'd say best of both worlds. I can't really pick one.
I'd say I probably like cold weather more because I like wearing like winter clothes like jeans and pants and jumpers and stuff. But I do love the beach coming from the coast. I feel like everyone loves the beach. So, bit of both.
Yeah.
You're forced to with that Perth weather always been 30 plus all the time or most of the time.
It's good.
Yeah.
To be honest, I couldn't understand that. Not every day anyway. Now, this is more of a safer question compared to those other two. Who's the funniest of the two?
Oh, definitely Chelsea. I would be the one that's laughing. Chelsea's the one telling the jokes.
Nice to know that. Fair enough.
Favorite food? Any kind of pasta or any kind of sushi.
Okay.
Favorites,
One. I'd say I love a good burger or Mexican. Love like a bit of like last night at training, I had chili con carne at the club. That was really good. Yeah. So something like that I do love.
food you both don't like?
Mushrooms. Hate them.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
only food I don't like.
I don't like beef. Like,
Okay.
yeah, red meat.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I haven't at least. Interesting.
Yeah, we're
Sushi.
Yeah.
What was that,
Yeah.
sorry?
No, I was going to say interesting. I was going to say sushi, but that was your answer from before. What would you say is the best dish you both could cook if you do cook, or is it just something nice and basic like a toast?
I feel like I'm a pretty good cook. I can cook a few dishes like chow mein, which is pretty easy. I don't know why I was flicking that. Pastas, Mexican. Yeah, I can curry. I mean, it's all pretty easy food if you have something to help you, like mum or something. But yeah. No.
How do you think Gordon Ramsay would critique your work then, Chels?
I don't know how he'd go with me, but I feel like we'd have a good time.
Riley?
I'm pretty much the same, just like your classic weeknight mum dinners is what I'm good at cooking. But Chelsea brings some pretty good-looking food in the car, so I'd love to try some of her chow mein one day.
There you go, Chelsea. You heard it here first. And also, Gordon Ramsay, would he critique yours as right too, Riley?
He probably wouldn't be as big of a fan as my version as he would of my mum's version. I reckon mum's is a lot better than mine.
You can go either way with him. A night or day person?
I chop and change a bit, really. Footy season obviously can't really be a bit of a night person, but usually in the off season I am a night person. But I'd say probably day person and morning person. Yeah.
I'm probably a day person as well. Got more time to get some stuff done, and I feel a little bit more alive in the day. I kind of crash pretty early, so yeah.
Fair enough. If you were stuck on a deserted island with any teammates, who would you want to bring and not bring?
I would bring like Crystal and Chippy because I feel like they are good thinkers. Like they would come up with a plan. And I'd probably bring Ava, Cristodero, I don't know how to say her last name, and Cesar and Chelsea for emotional support. So yeah, Crystal and Chippy can get us off, and the other girls can keep me company.
Yeah.
So no one you wouldn't bring?
No, anyone can come.
Else?
I'd say Holly, because Holly would be like Holly Britton. She'd be just like we need to do something. We need to get off this island. Like she would not leave a second for us to do anything. She'd just be like, we need to find a way to get off this island. And then I'd probably bring like Evie and Kaitlyn and Georgia just for fun as well. And obviously Riley and Ava.
Yeah, thanks.
Fair enough. Who do you feel is girls that someone that doesn't get talked about as much as in the draft you like your girls right now that doesn't get talked about as much as some of the other girls do that are at the top part?
I'd say Ava.
That's what I was going to say as well. Yeah,
especially like this year in training, she's been so good. She has really similar qualities to Riley, running out the packs and stuff, and she's really fast. Can slip a tackle any day. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see her this year, I reckon.
Yeah, she's really underrated, I reckon. I think she's going to impress some people in the first few rounds this year.
For sure.
She'll get a bit more attention on her.
Keep an eye on her for sure. Now, if you were to live in another state not named Perth, where would it be?
Probably Melbourne, to be honest. I love the look. Well, obviously it's like the sport capital, but I always see the food on my For You page. It looks so good, and I just want to go to all the Melbourne restaurants. So I'd probably say Melbourne.
I would say Melbourne, but I've already been there before, and obviously Charlie lives there, so good to see her. But I'd say Sydney now because I want to go see Kaitlyn. So yeah, probably go see her, and I've never been there, so it'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
I think now I know what part of this clip I'm clipping for the Instagram post. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to tag Kaitlyn, see if she gets back, see if she replies back to you.
Yeah, good idea.
Is there anything you want to say to her while I clip this bit?
We love you, Kaitlyn, and
good luck.
we miss you. Good luck.
There you go. Very good. Now I threw myself off there. Some fun facts about you that people may not know about you.
What was your fun fact for the camp?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Okay. My fun fact is I used to live in Coral Bay, which was really fun. Yeah, it was pretty easy going and I didn't have to go to school or anything, but then I had to move because I had to go to school and stuff like that. So that's my interesting fact.
Right, Chelsea?
I don't really know. I used to play basketball quite a bit, but that was pretty local in Donnybrook. So the comp, I don't know how good I was, but yeah, I'd probably say that. Yeah.
That was actually going to be one of my next questions. So, did you both play any other sports outside of footy?
Yeah, so obviously basketball for a few years and then switched to basketball umpiring because obviously with footy and stuff. And obviously netball for a few years after Auskick. And then I think I played like just for fun netball as well in like year 8 and 9 just for fun, like a bit of summer netball. Yeah.
It's good. So, Chelsea, you mentioned there about the umpiring. How was it to have the other shoe on compared to when you were a player? Obviously, the umpiring can be frustrating, but how was it the other way around? You're bossing people around. You're telling them, no, this is what it is, and that's final.
Yeah, no, it was actually really good to see that point of view because in a game, obviously umpires make a split decision and it's really good to see that like it is really tough. Even if it's like I was umpiring like little kids from up to like year 7s, but still like it was really good to see like their point of view from where I was. Yeah.
Riley, what other sports did you play?
I started off like the first sport I played was netball, like at net set go level, but I wasn't very good at that. So my netty career ended pretty quickly. And then I started playing basketball and I was a dancer. I was really into my dancing. And then when I took up footy, dancing and footy was kind of clashing. So I had to make a choice and I picked footy. And I just did basketball as a fun sport. I was never very good at it. I just enjoyed being around the girls in a bit of competition and country champs and everything like that. But now I just play footy. I don't play anything else.
Now, this may not have been on your bingo card, Riley, but was there any potential dance moves that you did that were good?
Oh, no. I'm seriously a one-trick pony. Any other sport I've ever tried, I'm shocking at. So I'm just going to stick to what I'm good at.
Fair enough. Chelsea, she telling the truth.
I think she's telling the truth. I didn't know she was a dancer, so I'll have to ask her for some demos later. So yeah.
That's some tips. Celebrity crushes.
I'm a big fan of Harry Styles, so I love him as a singer, and obviously he's very attractive. So I'd say Harry Styles.
Riley.
I hate to sound like everyone else, but I love Bailey Smith, and he recently posted on Instagram, and it was a really good post. So it just got me back on the Bailey Smith train. So yeah, that's probably my celebrity crush.
I'm glad you mentioned an AFL player because every person I've asked in the last few weeks, they've said people like Chelsea said, and that's fine. I can't remember who it was. There was someone recently said they wanted to name an AFL player and then they were reluctant to, and then I got out of them and they said Matt Priddis. Obviously, he was retired a fair while ago from West Coast. I'm glad you said a current AFL player, so that's someone else.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, okay. Favorite takeaway fast food place?
I'd say I just had Subway just before, so that's a good one.
That's a good pick.
It's healthy, I guess.
Yep.
But probably like Macca's or KFC. I'm actually giving up Macca's for Lent because I go to a Catholic school, so no more Macca's. I guess it's just Subway from now on. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Subway, but he's got the Macca's now.
Don't tempt me. I can't do that.
I love Subway and I'm a sucker for KFC as well.
Subway and Macca's, well, all of them are fine in their own right. But Subway, what's your go-to Subway orders?
I go for a big foot-long Italian herb meatball. With all of the salads pretty much. Yeah, with Chipotle sauce as well.
Good sauce choice, Riley.
I go probably 6-inch and chicken, and I get like lettuce, and I just mix the salads up every time. And yeah, I do chipotle as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Good sauce choice. Now, speaking of, that's not really a spicy sauce, but how would you both handle spicy sauces, and do you like them?
We were talking about
We were
this.
talking about this the other day because Riley got a KFC wrap, and I didn't know because obviously the zinger burgers have got a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Do you want to try the wrap?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I took a bite, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's so spicy." So I'd say I do alright, but I don't eat it often, so probably not the best compared to others.
What about Riley?
I'm probably the opposite. I love it. I love a bit of spice. I was actually really shocked that Chelsea struggled with the zinger. So yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Now, I want to shock you both. First, I showed you the drink, and now I'm going to show the spicy sauces. I literally just had it in front of me.
Oh, I love it.
That wasn't planned at all. You just happened to mention it, so then it's rather. Yeah, I'm throwing myself off again. Nicknames. No one said this earlier. Nicknames. So, what nicknames do you both either you like or dislike?
Well, my nickname is Buckets. If anyone didn't know, that's literally all I go by. I don't think anyone from Peel actually knew my name last year. It was just Buckets. So I've had that pretty much my whole life. So yeah.
No Chow, no Hutchie, nothing.
I used to get Hutchie, get a bit of Chels, but yeah, mostly just Buckets. I think it's just, and I love it too. So yeah.
Buckets, thanks for that. Riley?
I don't really get much. I get the occasional rye, and a couple of my mates from school went through a phase of calling me Rissole, but they're all gone now. So Rissole's not really in anymore.
Fair enough. No fish?
No, I actually do get
You
fish.
get a bit of fish.
Yeah.
And you get Riles as well.
Oh,
Riles.
yeah, I do get riles. Yeah, I get a few, but nothing that's stuck the same as Buckets is stuck for Chels.
That's fair enough. Favourite match you've both ever been a part of at any level?
Ooh, tough one. There's a few. Obviously, debuting for league last year is a big one. I'd say a lot of the Southwest games. We've been in a few finals, but obviously no grand finals. Yeah. Or Country Week as well for school as well. Yeah.
One of mine is probably like the first ever game I played of footy because the rain was absolutely sideways and it was hailing and you could barely see in front of you, but I still just loved it, and that's how I knew I was going to love footy, because if you love it in conditions like that, then you're going to love it with anything. So definitely that game. But yeah, some of the best memories I've made is probably just through junior country footy, because it's just like your second home when you go to that footy club. So you always just love having that jumper on and representing them. So yeah.
That's very true. So I've got two more questions for you both. So I really appreciate you coming on. If you could both describe your dream AFLW scenario from this year to the end of the year, how would you plan it out?
So obviously to get drafted would be the ultimate goal. And obviously I'd apply nationally as well. So yeah, to get drafted, but obviously I'm still very young, so moving overstate would be a big move. But yeah, obviously getting drafted and then getting a game obviously is the thing you'd want to do. So yeah.
Sure, Riley?
Yeah, I'm the exact same. The dream is to get drafted. I'm the same as Chelsea as well. I'll nominate nationally because I don't want to limit my chances. And yeah, just that would be the dream. Like, I feel like everyone plays that thought over in their head over and over again, just imagining that, especially when like the previous draft time has come around, you kind of visualize yourself in that moment. So yeah.
For sure. Now, this is the final question, but the biggest question, forget about the rest. This is the biggest one. Who is the better player, Riley Fisher or Chelsea Hutchinson?
Oh,
in a one-on-one, I think Chelsea would absolutely chop me.
But we're different. Yeah, we're so different.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally polar opposite positions, so we would never play on each other.
Yeah.
Rephrase, who's better at their position than the other?
I reckon
I'd
Chelsea's.
say Riley. We're just gonna keep saying
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea, like I've been watching her overhead marks in training and it's so elite. It's so good to watch. And you don't see that in as many girls as you see people like getting in and under. I feel like quite a few people are good at that, but Chelsea has that really unique overhead marking power and obviously her versatility as well. So
yeah, I feel like with Riley, like literally in training, I'll see her all the time, and she literally just bursts through a pack. I try to catch her, I cannot catch her. I'm so far behind, and I thought, I was getting pretty good at sprints, but no, I can't catch Riley. But just really quick and really can break those tackles. She just really goes head over the footy, and it's really good.
Very true. Keep the friendship intact. I love to hear that. It's great to see. I really appreciate you both coming on, both making history. Obviously, Holly made it recently the first two sisters to come on. Now, first person to have two people on one. So, girls, I really appreciate you coming on. All the best throughout the year.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much.